Please stand for the lowering of the flag. You may sit down.
Every year, during our brief history, the people of Israel remember and honor those who have sacrificed their lives for the independence and security of the State of Israel. Thus, we are gathered here today to show gratitude to our brothers and sisters in Israel.
Every year, on Hei Be'iyar, we commemorate Yom Ha'Zikaron. Yom Ha'Zikaron marks the Memorial Day for all Israeli soldiers who have fallen in Israel's wars, as well as victims of terror attacks.
Please rise for a minute of silence. You may sit down.
This year, we chose to talk about the people that were left behind, the people who lost their loved ones in the name of the State of Israel. Today, we are telling the stories of 3 soldiers who lost their lives for our protection.
We would like to invite Mr. Petersil to light a candle in memory of First Sergeant Guy Levy. We would like to invite Mr. Goldswide to light a candle in memory of Sergeant Zachary Itach.
כילד ההולך לו לאיבוד, כפות ידיים מושטות מבקשות את העזרה להמשיך איתך את המסע.
We would like to invite Miss Rosen to light a candle in memory of Sergeant Major Yaniv Shimbron.
מחפשים עוד קרן אור שתעזור, עוד לגימה קטנה של מים ממעייני החוכמה, תביא להם את התקווה.
We would like to invite Rabbi Katz to light a candle in memory of the soldiers who lost their lives in the name of Israel.
We're inviting our Shinchiniyot, Mayan and Lior, to light a candle in memory of victims of hostilities.
עובר אני כעת בנופים חדשים, הצעדים הם נעשים כה איטיים, מה יש שם שאין פה, שאל אותי עובר.
Please stand up for the reading of Yitzkor.
יזכור עם ישראל את בניו ובנותיו הנאמנים והאמיצים, חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, וכל לוחמי המחתרות וחטיבות הלוחמים במערכות העם, ואנשי קהילות המודיעין, הביטחון, המשטרה ושירות בתי הסוהר, אשר חירפו נפשם במלחמה על תקומת ישראל, וכל מי שנרצחו בארץ ומחוצה לה בידי מרצחים מארגוני הטרור. יזכור ישראל ויתברך בזרעו, ויאבל על זיו העלומים, וחמדת הגבורה וקדושת הרצון ומסירות הנפש, אשר הנספים במערכה הכבדה. יהיו חללי מערכות ישראל, עטורי הניצחון, חתומים בלב ישראל לדור דור.
יזכור. May God remember the valiant men and women who braved mortal danger in the days of struggle prior to the establishment of the State of Israel and the soldiers who fell in the wars of Israel. May the people of Israel cherish them in their memory. Let them mourn the splendor of youth, the altruism and valor, the dedication of will and dignity of self-sacrifice which came to the end on the battlefield. May the loyal and courageous heroes of freedom and victory be sealed forever within the heart of all Israel in this generation and forevermore.
You may sit down.
Yom Ha'Zikaron is a day of remembrance for those who fell in the struggle for the establishment and the ongoing defense of the State of Israel. This is a day of collective and personal sorrow, mingled with awe and honor of the fallen. In Israel, Yom Ha'Zikaron starts with a 2-minute silence, accompanied by sounds of sirens wailing all over. During those 2 minutes, everything freezes. Traffic, talking, walking. This is the time to remember and think about the people who died for our survival.
Today, the people of Israel gather together, bow their heads, and remember. Remember the private and national loss. Remember the wars, and pay respect to the many families that were affected. May the memory of the fallen soldiers and victims of terrorism will be blessed.
I wanted to pick a little flower, but Mom said it's forbidden. It's a protected flower. And there are rules in the world that you're not allowed to pick the protected flowers. And maybe I'm just a little girl that doesn't know, that doesn't understand. But I think it's very strange that you're not allowed to pick flowers. But soldiers, you can.
All my life, brother. I chose to live when I couldn't even find the power within me to open up my eyes. I remember myself, instead of going back home after the army, going on a bus to Jerusalem. I thought that maybe, if I'll stand there, in the middle of silence, maybe it'll suddenly come up to me, and I'll gain a small measure of comfort.
My brother. I chose to live when a friend died. I said no more, enough, it has to stop. I remember myself throwing pine cones at trees. I thought if I'll hit 10, you'll come and show yourself for a little bit. After 10, I tried 20. You live one life, only once. There is a point to this. There is not. With strength, without strength, gate mercy.
My brother. I chose to live when darkness overcame. I remember the days of throwing stones into the water. Maybe you'll come out of the ocean and stay. And I chose again and again, and I collapsed into the abyss. And I floated on waves of borrowed time and collapsed again to the deep water. About life, my brother, because death is beyond understanding. On my life, my brother, because what else is left? With strength and without strength, gate of mercy.
I remember Mom screaming like a wounded animal, bleeding, lying on the ground, refusing to believe and begging them to leave the house. That this must be a mistake. It's not her son.
She talked to him this morning, and she said that everything is fine, and that there is no need to worry. My sister and my brother hugged each other, crying in agony. And me? I was frozen in my place.
I couldn't move an inch. The feeling of fear and terror surrounded me, and an uncontrollable shivering attacked my body. I remained a little sister without an older brother.
Was the day before he was killed. I could only reach his company commander, who told me that he wasn't currently with Yaniv. And that's it.
Deputy Battalion Commander came up to me and told me in the most sharp and simple words, "Your brother was killed." They told our parents later. They connected a two-way radio to a phone in the war room so I could talk to them. I could barely hear.
Like in the books, I was a classic little brother,
I went through a similar path as him. He went to Nahal unit, and so did I. After the army, I traveled in South America exactly like him. When I reached the point I had to choose what to study, it became difficult because Yaniv did not reach that part.
Every man who experiences a loss can describe the moment when everything stops. The world collapsed. Everything was over.
Every man who experienced a loss can describe the moment that suddenly he managed, even for a short moment, to choose life.
Every man who experienced a loss can describe the moment he could suddenly be happy, even if something was missing.
I live on the 8th floor of an apartment building. On Yom Ha'Zikaron, when the siren sound begins, I stand next to my window, looking down at everyone underneath. Cars stopping in the middle of the street, people standing and bowing their heads down. For that 1 minute, it looks like the world has stopped. I didn't lose anyone that I personally knew, but on that day, it feels like I have. It feels personal. I can't explain why. Maybe it's because my family once were soldiers, and maybe it's because I'm going to be one. Or maybe it's just the unexplainable bond for our country and the gratitude we can't uphold for all the people who have done something for us to live in it today. On the night of Yom Ha'Zikaron, there is a big ceremony in my city. It's always in the place next to the memorial columns. The columns are made out of steels and are 6 meters tall. On them are graved all the names of all the fallen soldiers and victims of hostilities from our city. On Yom Ha'Zikaron, their top is lit on fire and it looks like 4 big memorial candles. We have a tradition where all teens and youth movements show up in their uniform for the ceremony, and in the end, we salute the columns in an act of respect and gratitude. I've been going to that ceremony every year for the past 10 years. In the last few times, I felt so honored that I was able to come in my youth movement attire and be a part of the tradition I always saw from afar. Yom Ha'Zikaron for me is a day of reflecting, learning, and listening. It's the one day in a year when I fully let myself mourn those who I didn't know. It is such a weird feeling to feel a loss as heavy as a person where in real life you never met them. It's a day of hearing the heartbreaking stories of the family and friends left behind. It's reading their last letters and texts, or songs that they wrote when afraid. It's letting yourself understand where you live and who you owe it to. On Yom Ha'Zikaron, I am reminded of our past and our present, and wonder of our future, and how it would look like, and what is my duty for that future and for the people of my country. And in the end of that same day, I will celebrate it, the past, present, and future of Israel.
This day, יום הזיכרון לחללי מערכות ישראל ונפגעי פעולות האיבה, is an important day for us as Israelis, and especially as Israelis who are 18 or 19 years old and will be drafted to the army soon. When we were in Toronto, most of our friends that we went to school with and graduated with were recruited to the IDF and are serving as soldiers of the State of Israel for this upcoming 3 years. They are serving all around the country, in many different units and positions, in order to protect our country. This coming November, I will go to the army as well, and will become a soldier of the IDF. This position can be a bit scary, but we are determined and willing to serve and to protect our country, just like any other Israeli in our age. We know that without soldiers, our country won't be safe, and it's our duty to keep it secured. Many of us were told from a very young age that hopefully, when we grow up, there would be no need for our army service. Unfortunately, this dream did not come true. Sometimes, especially today, I can't stop thinking about my friends who have just recently recruited to the army, about my boyfriend who is going to be a combat soldier, and with seeing all the things that are happening in the world, sometimes it's hard to stay positive. Life can be scary. Both of my grandfathers served in the IDF's wars, the 6-Day War, Yom Kippurim, and more. My father served in Unit Golani, my brother served as a paratrooper, and my sister served as a welfare commander and as an operation room sergeant. Yom Ha'Zikaron is so important to me and to Israel because I want to honor all of those who died in Israel during their military service while protecting our country, or those innocent people who got killed in a terror attack. I want to strengthen those who were left alone and to wish that we won't know any more wars in Israel. It's my dream to live our life in quiet and peace.
We invite Mr. Gotzak to read the prayer for the well-being of soldiers of the IDF. Please rise.
Mi sheberach avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, hu yevarech et chayalei tzava Gana Yisrael, haomdim al mishmar artzenu va'arei Eloheinu migvul halvanon va'ad midbar Mitzrayim umin hayam hagadol ad lavor ava b'yabasha ba'avir u'bayam. Yitan Adonai et oivenu hakamim aleinu nigafim lifnehem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmor v'yatzil et chayalenu mikol tzara v'tzuka umikol nega umachala v'yishlach bracha v'atzlacha b'chol maaseh yedehem. Yadber sonenu tachtehem v'yatrem b'keter Yeshua uva'ater nitzachon. V'kuyam behem hakatuv ki Adonai Elohechem ha'olech imachem lilachem lachem im oivechem loshia etchem v'nomar Amen.
Please stay standing for the Israeli national anthem.
Kolot balevav penima nefesh yehudi homiya ulfatem mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
You may sit down.